Welcome to Best Buy TV, and thank you for my audience today. I'd like to tell you my testimonial about how God came into my life. To me, God is silent and nurturing. Why? Because I have this disability. I've had it since I was a child. From 6th grade to 12th grade, I was bullied. I was hurt, humiliated, and I didn't know why. I thought maybe that was part of who I was. Until I went to Catholic school one day, and I remember the Father talking about that we were created in God's image. It was set with me very profoundly. It meant that I was okay. And many thoughts of suicide thereafter was no longer. So I want to talk to you basically when I feel God's presence. When I feel God's presence is when I'm silent and the wind touches my face. I'd like to talk to you about 3 avenues that God has willfully come into my life and bettered my life. First of all, I'd like to talk to you about my Catholic upbringing, my journey into Christianity and the philosophies, and also when I know God's there. When I was born as a child, I was born into the Catholic religion, and I had a foundation of what God was to me. And that was that He was all-knowing and outgoing and all-loving. That I knew. But I still wanted to search because I didn't understand the other philosophies of life and if they applied to me. So one day I read the Bible at age 36. Can you imagine all this timeline? I really never read the Bible. Until one day I read that Jesus died for my sins. And that meant that whatever I did, as long as I believed in God and Jesus, I was saved. Everything else in my life was icing on the cake. I had had to do nothing wrong. If I commit sins, God forgives me. Jesus forgives me. That started my spiritual journey. When I was in school, in Catholic school, and I had readings, even though the words were there, I didn't understand what they meant. I just meant they were words, nothing else. The second part of my journey was looking for different philosophies, and I read them all. But Christianity spoke to me in volume. It gave me a world to live in, I based my faith in. And all I had to do was believe. It said nothing else in the scripture. All it said, believe in Jesus and Lord. And I will be at the pinnacle of my life. What did I follow as path? My path in God is to serve man. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters except to serve my fellow man. Once I read that one script about Jesus and my sins, I realized I did not want to seek vengeance on the people that hurt me as a child. I didn't want to go out and hurt them because they hurt me. I realized all that was gone. The only thing I had to do was believe in God, in Christianity, and my faith in God. I remember reading one scripture, and it specifically says, do not delve into pettiness, for you are petty. That's how I live my life, with integrity in life, in the beginning and the end. I realized I had more to give to God. I realized at 54 years old, my journey is still growing, still understanding what God is to me. But what I can tell you this, I know God is with me every day of my life. I know that what I do, He will be there in the end. And this I follow every day of my life. I am a blessed man. My life is bountiful because of the people I have in my life every day. My philosophy is raise your fellow man and you raise yourself. This is a servant leadership value, which I learned in my business class, but I held to my life And to answer your question, life with God is every day. I feel the breeze once a day. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That's it.